Welcome. Here we are at Libero Studio. My name is Brooke. Right now I'm going to show you a nice yoga sequence aimed at opening our hips to create optimal connection between upper and lower bodies. I hope you really enjoy it. It's best to do first thing in the morning, get the day started off right, and I hope you enjoy it. It's also great to do before or after a Pilates practice. Before is useful because it just gives you some connection, some openness, some integration, lower, upper bodies. And after it can be just nice to, if anything got stuck or too tight in your Pilates practice, too stagnant from all the stability in the pelvic center, it's great to sort of open things up and resettle things. All right, so here we go. Let's start on all fours. We'll just start with some simple cat-cows. Get into our spine. So arms long and strong, knees under hips, and I'm going to press down and I'm going to round my back into my cat. Full deep breath in. As I push down, I lift my abdomen in and up. And then I'm going to exhale into my cow and get really long to the front of my waist. Keep softening the front of the spine. And then again, inhale, chin down, throat back, abdomen in, up. And then exhale, cow. I'll do about 3 more. And then move with your breath. Inhale, rounding, pulling up, broadening, lifting your stomach. Exhale, really allow the front of the spine to lengthen. Open the chest, 1 more time. Nice and fluid, nice and supple. Release your head. And then exhale. And really soften here. It's always a good practice. Now I'm going to keep my length in my front spine. I'm going to invite my waist ribs up. I'll float my right leg back, left arm forward. And just a couple breaths here. Inhale, big and bright on the inner body. And then exhale from your pelvic center. I'm reaching back through my leg, forward through my arm. Keeping my frame, hips, shoulders square as possible. And then go ahead, release. Other side. Left arm, right arm. Inhale, deep breath in. And then I reach down, left hand, right shin bone. Pull up in my center. Keep softening my chest the slightest bit. And release. Good. From there, let's go ahead, step your right leg forward and spin your left shin bone back. Turn yourself to forward or to the left side of your mat, and with the left hand pressing down on your left shoulder, sustain that, and then use your right hand to press your right thigh back. Take a couple breaths here. I'm working my thighs back, trying to get length in the front spine. And as I exhale, I soften my chest, but I keep pulling my abdomen in. I keep reaching down through my right heel bone, so I feel my right hamstring, my right seat here. And then I'm going to take my left hand to the back, and I'm going to inhale. Just a nice side body stretch here. I'm going to gaze up underneath my armpit. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale from the core of my pelvis. I get long in 2 opposing directions. It feels so good. And then I'm going to come to the back edge of my mat and do the other side. Step your left foot forward. Spin your right shin back, and then come forward. Right hand underneath the right shoulder, left hand to left thigh. And I'm going to use my left hand against my left thigh, and I'm going to resist with my thigh. Draw my thighs back as I draw my chest forward. Just 2 deep breaths here. You want to keep actively pressing down through your left heel bone, actively drawing back through your pelvis. Take 1 more deep breath here, and then again, press the floor, abdomen in, lengthen your spine. Nice gentle way to get into those hips, right off the bat. And then right arm to the front edge of your mat. Lengthen your body, reach the top arm up and over. Gaze into your armpit, take a deep inhale. And then as you exhale from the core of the pelvis, get long. Pedal your shoulder back, look into your armpit and stretch. Oh, that's such a great way to open up the side body. And then turn face all the way back forward. All right, from there, let's transition down dog. So just curl the 10 toes, lift your pelvis up, back, release your head. And then just lower, lift the heels a couple times. Wake up the back of the thighs, the heel bones, calves stretching. Every time I accent my heels down back, I accent my fingertips down forward. And now keep the reach back through your heels. Gently hug in, hand, hand, shin, shin, so you feel the center line. And then inhale, I'm going to round my spine as I come forward to plank pose. I'm going to keep the sides of my waistline lifted and then soften my chest just a bit, lengthening through the front of my spine. Bend my knees, pike my hips up back. And again, inhale, I'm going to roll forward to plank pose. Once I've arrived, I soften, lengthen the front spine, and then bend my knees. Exhale, pike it up and back. Inhale, round forward. Let's do that one more time. Open my back. Keep my waistline lifted, driving my legs back. Soften, press, and then pike up. And stretch back. Walk your hands down back to your feet. Standing forward full at the back edge of your mat. Release your head. And then inhale, bend your knees luxuriously. Keep gently squeezing your shin bones in so you feel those inner thighs. Sustain that pull in. As you exhale, lift your seat, release your head, and do a deeper forward fold. 2 more times. Inhale, keep hugging, heel bones driving down. Exhale, abdomen to spine, release your head. Shoulder heads lift up and back. Inhale, and exhale. Very good. From there, let's take a gentle twist. I'm going to bend my right knee, reach my arms forward, and then spin my torso from my right to my left. Left hand down, bend my left knee, and then rotate. Again, still working into the side body. 2 more times. Nice and fluid, just rotate. I'm still squeezing my shins gently toward one another. So there's some pull to my center. And 1 more time. My navel line, I rotate. And then from my navel line, I rotate, lengthening my head out of my tail. Fingertips to the ground. Inhale, lengthen. Sides of the waist. Exhale, forward fold. 1 more time. Pull yourself in. Shoulders, heads lift up. Release. Walk it all the way back forward. Down dog. Take a deep breath in. Bend your knees. Look forward. And now step forward in front of your mat. Bend your knees. Take a deep squat here. Really drive your pelvis back. Heels weighted. Inhale, float the torso, reaching arms. Exhale, deepen your seat, and then from your seat to your feet, inhale, rise up, stretch your spine. Exhale, hands to your center, release. Okay, let's continue warming up with a couple sun salutations. So here we go. Inhale, rise all the way up. Stretch your spine, reach down through your legs. Exhale, hips back, chest forward, forward fold, Uttanasana. Release your head. Inhale, lengthen, come up halfway, and then exhale to step your right leg back. Runner's lunge, right knee stays down, hug the midline, and inhale. Ride the breath all the way up, lifting the front of the spine. Exhale, snap the hands, step back, down dog. Inhale, forward plank pose, keep the waist lifting. Soften your chest as you exhale, resist the floor, chaturanga. Reaching legs back, inhale, reaching chest, heart forward. Exhale, lengthen down, pull yourself up to all fours or top of a push-up. And then exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, right leg reaches up, keeping your hips as square as you can. Exhale, right leg all the way forward, left knee down. Hug the midline, right heel presses down, inhale. Rise up. Exhale, hands to the ground. Gently step forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Release your head. Bend your knees. Inhale, float up chair pose. Exhale, sit deeper. And inhale, rise up. Exhale, all the way back down. Follow the breath. Releasing your head. Inhale, Ardha. Lengthen. Shoulder heads lifting. And then again, exhale, let's step your left leg back this time. Runner's lunge, left knee down, hug the midline, right heel bone presses down for leverage. Inhale as you rise up. Exhale, hands to the floor, press back down dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, resist the floor. Inhale, some sort of upper back bend. Keep lifting the shoulder heads up, back with the base of the sternum up. And then ride the breath down. Again, pull yourself up all fours or top of a push-up. Exhale, pike your hips back. Inhale, left leg reaches, pull to the center line. Exhale, all the way forward, right knee down. Again, left heel roots down to rise up. Exhale, hands down. Right leg steps forward, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, come up halfway. Chair, exhale, sit deeper. And inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Nice job. Now let's go ahead again, take a deep seat here. Very good. Get those hips nice and low. Ride the breath up, inhale, chair pose. Stay for one more deep breath in. And then exhale, release the arms down and back, interlace your hands, belly to thigh connection, release your head and lift the shoulder heads up and back. Just spend a little bit of time to open up your chest, work the back. Really actively lift the shoulder heads up, back firm the triceps in, release your head. Now keep squeezing feet and shins in, take a deep breath in into the base of your spine. Exhale, keep the midline as you drag or dig the heels and lift your pelvis, release your head. One more breath here. Inhale, the energy soften a bit. Exhale, lift the shoulders, lift your seat, abdomen to spine, round your heels, and stretch. And very good job. Lower the hands down. Inhale, look forward. And then exhale to step your left leg back. Spin the left heel bone down. And we're going to do a nice hip stretch once again. We're going to walk our hands forward as we did earlier. Except my left knee is not down. It's in my warrior two stance, right heel lined up with outer or center of left arc. I'm gonna press back with my right hand into my right thigh, draw my pelvis back, really strong in your left thigh here. And as I draw my pelvis back, I'm lengthening my spine forward. As I exhale, I invite my waistline up and ground down through the leverage of my right foot, left foot. I'm gonna take one more breath here. Feels really nice. And nice. Now hold that pelvis back and simply unfold into your warrior two pose. Reach the arms. Take a deep breath in here. Sit a little bit deeper as you exhale. So keep drawing the top of the thigh back. So you want to strengthen the outer left hip down to the outer left foot. And then I bend my knee towards my deeper square, knee over ankle. Pressing my right heel bone down and back. And then inhale, fully lengthen through my right leg. I'm going to square off my hips, hands to hips. Keep drawing your thighs back. Lengthen your front and spine, look up. And then exhale, just simple forward fold here, hinging at the hips. Hold on to the shins and releasing your head. Shoulder heads roll up and back. Just take one breath in. Exhale, ground your feet down and away from one another. Open up the pelvis, release your head, shoulder heads lifted. Good, then hands forward. Lengthen, hands to hips, and simply unfold to come up. And let's take warrior two, other side. So heel line with arc of the right foot. I'm going to bend my knee and then hinge forward. Right hand down on the right shoulder, left hand to left thigh. And I'm just going to take a couple moments here. And I'm just going to use the leverage on my right hand pressing to draw my right thigh back. Really lift my right inner thigh up, away from my left heel bone pressing down. Try to ground down evenly through both feet. And I'm going to take one more inhale. Grow long in my spine, tail to head. And I'm going to ground down through my limbs, pull up in my center, and lengthen my chest. Good, I'm going to keep the pelvis drawing back as I simply unfold. There you go, my mat's a little slippery here. Reach my arms. And again, inhale, fill up. Exhale, maybe bend my left knee a little bit deeper without letting it push my right pelvis forward. I'm going to keep the leverage up in my right thigh. Open my chest, smile through my collarbones. Oh, it's so good. And stretch all the way up. Square yourself off again. Hug the midline. Again, pelvis stays back. Lift your spine. Exhale, hinge forward once again. Release your head. Shake it out a couple times. Just one more forward fold. Feet press down and away. Big breath in. Knees can soften a bit. And then exhale, drive the pelvis up. Release the head down. Shoulder heads lifted. Good. And then let's go ahead Lengthen, come halfway up, hands to hips, exhale, ground your feet, come up. Let's do something called goddess. I'm gonna turn my toes out, heels are in, and I'm gonna get down low. Big squat here. I wanna keep even pressure in my feet, toes are spreading brightly, inner knees to outer knees. This is hard, it'll really wake up your lower body fairly quickly. Shoulders on top of hips, and I invite my whole waistline into my back body. I'm going to simply lower my right forearm down, draw my left shoulder head back, externally rotate and swim my left arm up and over. Looking into my armpit, keep hollowing your armpit, and possibly some of you can deepen into your squat, maybe touch the floor with your right fingertips. Take one more deep breath in, press down through your feet, pull in with your waist, lean back, stretch your spine. Hold your squat and come up. Whee! And let's do the other side. Left forearm, right shoulder back. Externally rotate, inhale, swim it over. Look into your armpit. Armpit hollow. Really reaching the arm out of the small of the back. Maybe deepen into your squat, tone your abdomen. And as you exhale, soften the front into the back, lean back. And then pull yourself back up. Stretch long through both. Excellent. Square it off again. Draw the pelvis back, lengthen. Exhale, hips back, hinge forward. Let's do a twist this time. Hands down, abdomen lifted, chest open. Keep pressing the feet down and apart. Hold the stability in your hips. Take a deep breath in, grow long in your spine, and exhale, right hand down as we rotate open to the left. Inhale, left hand down. Exhale, rotate open to the right. Just 2 more sets. Keep even pressure down to your feet. Keep pushing down and away so legs are strong. So the hips don't move much. The movement comes from the navel line up through the crown of your head. Keep that chin somewhat tucked so the head, throat draw back, and then back and the neck stays long. Just unwinding my spine here. Good. And then hands to your hips and unhinge to come up. Let's do a couple more standing postures. So again, heel, arc of my foot. I'm going to bend my right knee, resisting that left thigh back. Go into Parsvakonasana. So a side angle pose here. I want to watch that right shoulder head. I'm going to keep nudging it back, lifting my waist up. I'm going to draw my left shoulder head back, swim it over like I've done before. Look into my armpit. Now every inhale, I'm going to lift my right thigh high, get that leverage strong there as I work my right knee to bend deeper, pressing my right heel bone down. Maybe some of you can go to the floor for a deeper stretch, but keep drawing that left thigh up and back, and then spin the collarbone open your chest. Very good. And then from there, left hand to hip. You can definitely stay here if this is enough of a stretch, or you can go into Trikonasana. So I'm going to lead with my back left thigh, inner thigh toning as I lift my pelvis up. I'm going to work my leg towards straight, squeeze the muscles up my leg bone, go as far as I can. It's okay if you can't fully straighten, but my right heel bone's digging down and forward. And then I'm going to exhale. I'm going to work my right sit bone under, open up my chest deeper, and my left arm reaches up as my right arm reaches down. I'm going to take a deep breath in, pull from the ground up into my pelvis, tone my abdomen, ground down both feet, open my collarbone. Oh, it feels so good. And then bend your knee, find your warrior 2, reverse your warrior, stretch. And then good job, straighten your right leg, square yourself off. Let's go right to the other side. Here we are. I'm going to bend my left knee, warrior 2, resisting with my back right thigh. I'm going to lower my left forearm, watch the left shoulder head, pull up in my right side body. Right shoulder back, externally rotate, inhale, swim it over. Armpit hollow and lengthen. Really want to find integration from your right outer foot all the way up to your fingertips. So how you connect that side body. Some of you can maybe deepen the flexion in your hips, touch the floor. Take a deep breath in. Again, pull from the ground up into the core of the pelvis. Tone your abdomen. Drive your left heel bone down and away. Right foot down and away. Spin your trunk up. Good, some of you can stay here. Otherwise, right hand to hip, left hand outer foot. And use your back right thigh, inner thigh, tone it up and away from your left heel bone, pushing down forward, squeezing the muscles up the leg bone. Keep drawing your top right thigh back and apart as you firm that left hip under now. Firm that left glute under. Right arm reaches, left arm reaches. Deep, full breath. Pull from the ground, from the feet, all the way up, core of the pelvis. Exhale from that center, shine out. Head back, throat back, stretch. Feels so good. And then again, bend your left knee, pull yourself up, back to your warrior two, and just reverse your warrior. Good, straightening through your left leg. Let's square off your stance again. Keep the thighs back, so the thighs don't push forward, collapsing in your back. Tone your abdomen, grow your spine, and then hinge forward one more time. Let's do one more twist here. So push the ground away, feet pushing down and apart. Walk your hands laterally to the left. Okay, keeping the stability in your hips. Hold on to the outer left shin. Look underneath your left armpit and twist here. Take a deep breath in, breathe into your right low back, right lung, pushing the right foot down and away. As you exhale, spin deeper. Good. Inhale, back to center. Pause, exhale, feet pressing. Now laterally walk your hands over to the right, and then hold on to the outer left shin, and then gaze underneath your right armpit. Take a deep breath in, left low back, left lung, and exhale, tone the abdomen and twist deeper. Come back to center, pushing through your feet, hands to hips, simply unfold to come standing. Good, heel toe the feet in, and let's come forward in front of your mat once again. Get into those hips a little bit more. So again, bend your knees, take a deep squat. Call this Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale, float those arms up. Swing the arms back. Once again, interlace hands. This time we're going to try to round our abdomen up off our thighs, not belly flush to thighs. We're going to get into the stomach a little bit more. I'm still going to shrug to lengthen, still going to draw back. But this time I'm going to draw my forehead toward my knees and lift my abdomen towards my spine. So I'm more like a cat back. And deepen my squat, hips as horizontal as I can to my knees. Inhale, exhale. You can do this, your knees apart, knees together. I have a little baby growing inside, so my stance is wider, so I give space. I'm going to take one more deep breath in, reach my arms up and back. So I'm in and up, release my head, rounding my back. Then I'm going to release my hands down, lengthen my legs, lengthen my spine, and then just step my left leg back. Lower your left knee all the way down. We're going to do something called lizard pose. Okay, so same idea here. I'm not going to collapse the left thigh back and sort of crush my hip down. There's no muscle tone here. I'm going to keep the lift up as I press my right heel bone down, start to finish. Now, some of you have a block. That would be great to come down to your forearms, but you can stay lifted here. You want to try to keep that length of your spine so the pelvis draws back as your torso draws forward. And as you exhale, the right heel bone presses down forward as you can sustain that left hip drawing back. So I'm going to try going onto my forearms. I can somehow get there, but my back starts to round. That's not ideal. You want to keep pressing down back and drawing your chest forward so your spine lengthens. I really feel this in my right buttock, hamstring, hip area. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale all the air out. Good, and let's go ahead, come up and just switch sides. So stepping your left leg forward, that's good. Again, I'm going to resist my right femur head dropping. I'm going to keep drawing my thigh back and up, left heel bone down and forward. I'm going to keep that lift as I lengthen my spine forward. My foot's really active here. My left heel bone continues to push down into the floor to activate the whole back side of my left thigh. I keep hugging my shin bone to midline. I'm going to try to lower onto my forearms. That's a much more intense stretch. And I'm going to take one more breath, fill space in my interior. Exhale, right thigh back, spine forward, Forearms press down, back, chest long. And excellent. And then go ahead and pull yourself all the way back up, all fours. Just do a little cat-cow to flesh that out, nice and easy. We're gonna start at the tail, round your back, inhale, release your head. Cat, pushing the floor. Exhale, back to cow, soften. So keeping that length, step your right leg forward once again. This next one is called a twisted monkey. Get into the quadricep a little bit. So again, keep the thigh back. That's essential. You're gonna bend your knee. Okay, that might be a challenge, but you wanna stay slightly forward of your kneecap. I'm gonna reach my right arm up, left arm down, push my right foot down, and maybe grab hold of my outer or inner foot. And pull my heel to my butt and my sit bone to my heel. Try to keep that connection. Sustain that connection as you stretch your spine forward. Again, with the top of the thigh drawing back, your right heel bone pressing down forward. Some of you can go onto your floor maybe. And I'm gonna inhale, take one more breath. Exhale. I'm gonna add a little twist. I can look up, head back, roll back. And then slowly release. Pull yourself up, other side. Okay, so here's my lunge. I'm scissoring my legs in, left heel bone presses. I'm gonna lift my right leg. I'm gonna reach my left arm back. It's important to get that reach up and down, traction, your chest, your back, find that connection, and then reach back, maybe grab the outer foot. Okay, if you grab the inner. And then again, find that heel butt connection, sustain that. Keep drawing the top right thigh back as you press the left heel bone down forward. And I think I can lower here. I'm gonna draw my shoulder head back, inhale, and exhale. So I have a little quad stretch, a little hip stretch, and I add a little twist. Shoulder heads back, head back, one more inhale, feels good. Right thigh up, left heel down, tone my abdomen, spin open, and then release that. Excellent job. Go ahead, come back. Let's just do a nice downward facing dog here. Stretch out your spine. Put your hips up and back. Just 3 deep breaths here. Inhale. And then exhale, hands down forward, pelvis up, back, lengthen through your spine. Your downward dogs, you want to make sure that the shoulder heads aren't falling down, but activate to your fingertips and lift the shoulder heads up. Release your head though. Again, draw the thigh bones back, so I really lift my pubic bone up and back to get that low spine nice and long. And as I press down through my hands and feet, I gently pull the waist up, the ribs up without overly rounding. Inhale, come forward, nice and easy. Plank, top of a push-up, driving feet back, crown forward, soften, hug in, resist the floor, and lower. Just do one more little back bend here, stretch your legs, claw the floor, shoulder heads roll up, back, hands down, forward, and inhale. And then exhale, lengthen to lower. Pull yourself all the way up. Okay, walk the knees in. I'm gonna do a little back bend. So I'm gonna come face you for this one. You wanna have your knees hip distance width apart, so right underneath my hip bones are my kneecaps here. I have to focus on really that hug in. So those legs stay active and participating. If they're just hanging out, you're not gonna have a lot of stability for the pelvis and just might push forward, but you wanna keep lifting your pelvic bowl straight up in your vertical spine, okay? You wanna maintain the neutrality and your verticality, hugging in. And then just a couple of times as the shin bones press down, you're just focusing on lengthening. So you root the shins, tops of the feet, and lift the side waist, side ribs. And then at the top, I can draw the shoulders, throat, head back. Sustaining the stability down through my lower body. The shin bones pressing, the shin bones hugging. And then I'm gonna draw my hands right up to my heart. And I'm gonna breathe up into my base of my sternum here, up into my heart, and lift up into my thumbs. And then I'm gonna inhale. And then I'm gonna exhale, round my shins, and keep lifting up into the sternum here. I'm gonna keep the chin tucked to my chest. Throat back, I have a double chin. And some of this may be plenty back bend for you. Others of you, I'm gonna turn to the side now. Others of you, keeping the maintenance here, the lift here, keep lifting up as you press down, keep that double chin action going. And then hands, double chin, and then you can let the neck go. And I keep the integration through my legs. I'm gonna inhale, reach the shin bones down, hug the shin bones in, keep lifting my chest up, and then hands back to my heart, root the shin bones, have the last to come up. And then I'm just gonna have a nice seat. Very good. Okay, let's go ahead and see now if you can keep, it's possible. Let's see if we can keep our, this is called Virasana, by the way. When I'm on my bottom on the floor, it's a big quad stretch here. And when I try to keep my lift in my low back, so my waist is long. So you can pause here. You can also stay lifted on your seat on your heels. You want to hug the shin bones in, okay? So this may be possible for some of you. So I'll start here. You're just gonna sneak that left leg forward. This is a nice big hamstring stretch. And really drive your left heel forward. Now if this is impossible to keep your right knee in this position, just take it like a tree pose, so foot to inner shin here. You want to keep grounding through both sit bones, lifting through your spine. I'm going to go back to this version, however, for myself. And then I'm going to gently exhale, walk forward. And breathe. And I'm going to pause, and I'm going to find a little bit more length from my pubic bone up into my sternum. And then I'm going to exhale, see if I can go a little bit further. But I want to keep that extension up. And when I can't go any longer, I'm going to bend my elbows and then release my head down toward my top of the shin, trying to find a nice, even, long, round spine. Hug my legs to middle. Inhale, one more deep breath in. Feel my back body. Exhale, tone my abdomen, reach my left heel away, and release my head. And then walk it all the way back up. And let's go side two. So either Virasana leg, hugging in, okay? And if that doesn't work, it's called Janu Sirsasana, and you squeeze the foot into the inner thigh, still lifting your low back, still grounding evenly through your sit bones. Okay, I'm gonna go back here. A lot of integrity in the lower body. Inhale, I'm gonna grow my spine. Exhale, I'm gonna start to hinge forward. I'm gonna pause, I'm gonna take another deep breath in. I'm going to exhale, see if I can extend even a little bit longer from my pubic bone all the way to my sternum, crown of head. Inhale, one more breath, and allow my shoulders to shrug, give me that extra side body length. Keep my shoulder heads lifted. Exhale, release my head. Try to find a long, even roundness in my spine. Keep my legs hugging, my right thigh pressing, and my abdomen evenly lifting. One more inhale. This is an enormous hamstring stretch, outer hip stretch. And then gently come back up. Okay, just come now into a bound angle pose, so soles of the feet together. And you can just do a little open close here. Okay. Okay, and now I'm going to inhale in my bound ankle pose. I'm going to lengthen my spine, squeeze the soles of my feet together. And that action of squeezing the soles of my feet together will allow my inner knees to come, will allow my sit bones to anchor, and that will translate into my inner knees lifting a little bit more. So that's okay. So sustain that, pull in, and then take another deep breath in, and then exhale again, evenly rounding your spine, coming forward. And keep lengthening the side by waist and shoulder heads draw back, release your head, and just take another deep breath in to the base of your spine, grow broad and big. And then exhale again, gently tone your abdomen, head releases, shoulder heads lifted. Good. And then inhale, come right back up. And let's end lying on our backs. So gently roll yourself back. I'm going to place my hands on my hips, and I'm going to draw my thighs back. That will allow my low back to lengthen, and a gentle arc in my low back, and then I'm just gonna let my knees sway side to side here. It's gentle, just a little twist here. And then I'm gonna take it into some circles. I'm gonna inhale to my left, exhale, think cat, rounding my back, massaging it as I go to my right. And inhale, arcing, transitioning right to left, exhale, rounding, left to right. Just massaging your base of your spine. And then reverse those big pelvic clocks. Again, inhale, let the belly stretch, let the belly go big on the inhale. Exhale, gently pressing your feet down, engaging the back thigh. One more breath. Good. Then find your way in the middle. Again, release the thighs, tailbone heavy, and then cross your right shin over your left. Left foot firmly planted, and then you can just draw your right hand onto your right thigh. And for some of you, this will be plenty hip stretch right here in the outer right hip. You can draw your tailbone down forward, draw your thighs away, and then again, in that length, you can just soften your abdomen as you exhale. Now, some of you want a little more sensation, keeping your hips square. You can lift your left foot, hands behind left thigh or top of left shin, and gently pull your left shin bone or your left knee, right shin bone in. I can use my right elbow to draw my right thigh away from me. And you just want to make sure you're evenly lifting. Keep the shoulder heads drawing back. One more, a generous breath in your right low back. Right length, and then exhale, gently pull the shin bone in and release. And just do a little pelvic lift here to sort of reset. Again, emphasize tailbone heavy, thigh bones back, get long, and then left shin crosses over, hips are square, right firm planted, and then you can gently press your left thigh away and stay here. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, soften your waist in. Again, if you want more sensation, keeping your hips square to the ceiling, just lifting right foot, holding on back of right thigh or top of right shin. And then you can pull in a little bit more. It's okay if your low back comes up and off the ground, but you want to do it in an even way. Shoulder heads back. I'm trying to draw my left shin bone towards my left shoulder or left ankle toward my, right shoulder, and drawing my left knee away using my left elbow. I'm going to take one more generous breath in my left low back. Inhale, big and bright. And exhale, empty. Good. Then just hug the knees in. Just one more nice massage here, right and left. And then hands behind my hamstrings, rock and roll. Come up to seated. And that was it. I hope you enjoyed my morning wake up, little yoga practice emphasizing on opening the hips. All right, have a wonderful day. See you next time. Bye-bye.